Project A119, 1958, Lunar Nuke Plan. In the heart of the Cold War, when the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a race for technological and military supremacy, a secret plan was conceived that could have turned the moon into a battleground. A chilling initiative known as Project A119. This top-secret operation, developed under the guise of scientific research, was not about exploration or discovery. It was about sending a terrifying message to the world by detonating a nuclear bomb on the surface of the moon. The year was 1958, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union had reached unprecedented heights. The Soviet Union had just launched Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite, shocking the American public and creating a sense of urgency within the U.S. government. The space race had begun, and the United States was desperate to demonstrate its technological superiority. But while NASA was focused on peaceful space exploration, the U.S. Air Force had a much darker plan in mind, a plan that involved turning the moon into a nuclear testing ground. Project A119, officially titled A Study of Lunar Research Flights, was developed by the U.S. Air Force in collaboration with top scientists, including renowned physicist Carl Sagan during his early career. The goal was simple yet horrifying: to detonate a nuclear device on the moon, to create an explosion so bright that it would be visible from Earth, sending a clear and unambiguous message to the Soviet Union that America's technological might extended beyond the confines of Earth. The plan called for a W-25 warhead, a low-yield nuclear device, to be launched aboard a modified intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. The missile would travel over 240,000 miles to the moon, where it would detonate on impact, creating a massive explosion that could be seen by the entire world. The detonation was not just intended as a show of force, it was also designed to gather data about the effects of a nuclear explosion in a low-gravity, vacuum environment, information that could be used for future military applications in space. But behind the scenes, the true motivation for Project A119 was far more sinister. The U.S. government believed that detonating a nuclear bomb on the moon would not only intimidate the Soviet Union, but also establish a psychological dominance over the global population. The bright flash of a nuclear detonation on the moon would serve as a symbol of American superiority, a cosmic display of power that would leave no doubt about who controlled the high ground of space. However, the risks associated with Project A119 were staggering. Scientists involved in the project warned that the explosion could have unforeseen consequences, including destabilizing the moon's delicate gravitational balance or sending radioactive debris hurtling back toward Earth. There were also concerns that a miscalculation in the trajectory of the missile could result in the bomb missing its target and veering off into deep space, or worse, accidentally re-entering Earth's atmosphere. As the project progressed, doubts began to surface within the scientific community. Carl Sagan, who was tasked with analyzing the potential effects of the explosion, became increasingly vocal about the ethical and scientific implications of detonating a nuclear device on the moon. His concerns, along with mounting pressure from other scientists and political leaders, ultimately led to the abandonment of Project A119 before it could be carried out. But while the plan was officially scrapped, the existence of Project A119 was kept hidden from the public for decades. It wasn't until 2000 that details of the project were declassified, revealing the chilling extent of the U.S. government's willingness to use nuclear weapons as a means of asserting dominance in space. The revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific community and raised unsettling questions about how far nations are willing to go in the pursuit of power. Even more disturbing is the possibility that elements of Project A119 may have been absorbed into other classified space programs. Some theorists believe that the technology and research developed during A119 were never truly discarded, but instead funneled into secret initiatives aimed at weaponizing space. Could the knowledge gained from Project A119 have contributed to the development of space-based weapon systems that remain hidden from public view? As humanity prepares to return to the moon under the Artemis program, and with the growing militarization of space, the specter of Project A119 serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of power often comes at a cost that transcends morality. The moon, once seen as a beacon of human achievement and exploration, nearly became the backdrop for one of the most catastrophic displays of military aggression in history. The question that lingers is not just, what if, but what next? If Project A119 was conceived more than 6 decades ago, what plans are being developed today in the shadowy world of classified operations and black-budget programs? As the race for control of space accelerates, the lessons of Project A119 echo as a warning that the next war may not be fought on Earth, but in the cold silence of space, where the consequences could be beyond anything humanity has ever known.